One thing about being a private investigator, you've got to learn to go with your hunches. That's why, when a quivering pat of butter named Word Babcock walked into my office and laid his cards on the table, I should have trusted the cold chill that shot up my spine.
Kaiser? Kaiser Lipowitz?
That's what it says on the license.
You gotta help me. I'm being blackmailed.
How about you relax and tell me all about it?
So, you won't tell my wife, right?
Level with me. Can't make any promises.
You see, I'm in the road a lot. You know how low it is. Oh no, know what you're thinking. You know, I'm basically an intellectual. Sure, a guy commits all the bimbos he wants, but the really brainy women, they're not so easy to find on short notice. Keep talking. So, you see, I heard of this young girl, an 18-year-old, an NYU student. For a price, she'll come over and discuss any subject with me. You know, Prowse, Yeats, anthropology, exchange of ideas. You see what I'm driving at?
Not sure I do.
I mean, my wife is great, don't get me wrong, but she won't discuss Descartes with me or even Kant. I didn't know that when I married her. See, I need a woman who's mentally stimulating, Kaiser, and I'm willing to pay for it. I don't want any involvements. I want a quick intellectual experience, then I want the girl to leave. Price, Kaiser. I'm a happily married man.
So how long has this been going on?
6 months. So whenever I have that craving, I call Flossie. She's a madame. She has a master's in comparative literature. She sends me over an intellectual, you see?
So he was one of those guys whose weakness was really bright women. I felt sorry for the poor sap. I figured there must be a lot of jokers in his position who are starved for a little intellectual communication with the opposite sex.
So now she's threatening to tell my wife.
Who is?
Flossie. They backed the motel room and they got tapes of me discussing Bukowski and Bolaños.
And what do they want?
They want 10 grand or they go to Carla. So, Kaiser, you gotta help me. Carla would die if she knew that she didn't turn me on. Up here.
Get Flossie on the phone for me.
What?
I'll take your case. It'll be $50 a day, plus expenses. You'll have to repair a lot of joy buzzers.
Well, it won't be 10 G's worth, I'm sure of that.
I understand you can help me set up an hour of good chat.
Sure, honey. What do you have in mind?
I'd like to discuss Melville.
Moby Dick or the shorter novels?
What's the difference?
The price, that's all. Symbolism is extra.
What'll run me?
50, maybe 100 for Moby Dick. You want a comparative discussion, maybe Melville and Hawthorne? That could be arranged for 100.
The dough's fine. Give me a room at the Plaza as well.
You want a blonde or a brunette?
Surprise me. I shaved and grabbed the black coffee. Hardly an hour had passed before there was a knock on my door. Opened it, and standing there was a young redhead who was packed into her slacks like 2 big scoops of vanilla ice cream.
Hi, I'm Sherry. Would you like to start talking about the interpretation of God inside the story?
Sure, why not? Not in a Miltonian sense of the word, no, but yes. I was bluffing, of course. I couldn't care less for intellectualism, but I wanted to see how far she'd go. Right. You're totally right. I think Melville reaffirms the innocence of man through his work. I let her go on. She was barely 19 years old, but already she had developed the hardened facility of the pseudo-intellectual. She rattled off her idea, glibly, but it was all mechanical. Whenever I offered insight, she faked a response.
Oh yes, Kaiser, that's deep. Why didn't I see that? The comprehension of Christianity.
We talked for about an hour, and then she said she had to go. She stood up, and I told her who I really was. Kaiser Lipowitz, investigator.
You asshole!
Shut it, baby. Now you better work with me unless you want to go down to the precinct and tell your story there.
It all poured out, the whole story. Central Park West upbringing, socialist summer camps. She was every dame you saw waiting in line at the El Grano d'Italia, penciling the words, yes, very true, into the margins of some book on Kant. Only somewhere along the line, she had made a wrong turn. She told me that the Hunter College bookstore was a front, like those bookie joints, and that I would have to go there if I wanted to find Flossie.
Flossie?
Shh. How do you know that name?
Inspector Kaiser Lipowitz. The gig is up.
Don't move.
Well.
Get out of here and nobody gets hurt.
Okay, but first, answer me this. Do you think the Communist Manifesto works more as a political piece or a propaganda piece in order to push readers into Das Kapital?
Well, I think that